Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. First carry now for David Montgomery. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Play action, Fields. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So here are the Patriots now in excellent field position to start things out. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 131 yards, and also the score on 2nd down now. It's McKinney, and he'll take this one down to the 36.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
On 2nd down, it's McKinney, and he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. They'll run again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 7, Fields. He finds Robinson, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st down, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 33. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one. Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner. A really big loss. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger. Touchdown, Patriots! Kendrick Bourne, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on second down. Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Fields on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Caught on the slant. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A chance for us to get a glance at this Patriots defense. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Fields steps away to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And it's the Steelers out in front in the second quarter. Juju Smith-Schuster, a touchdown reception. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they lead the visiting Minnesota Vikings at halftime. Randall Cobb, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Here's Robinson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Patriots to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll run on first down. McKinney, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McKinney, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Open man is born, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McKinney, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down now. It's McKinney. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Chris Barnes in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McKinney, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, McKinney. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack on first down, Jones got the connection here to Bourne. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Back to throw. Jones. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Kendrick Bourne. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Fields. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From the gun on third down, Fields. Quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Taken in by Pascal out left. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw again on second down. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now Fields. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead's down to 24. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Pats, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head home next week to take on
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Today's sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up is a rematch of that memorable Super Bowl 49 between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 77 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Bourne. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. On second down, it's McKinney, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And just a yard to go here on second down. Now Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Wilson now to throw on third down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Wilson. He sets up the screen to Jones. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Flushed out right. First down and much more here for Jones as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He'll throw right side here, complete. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On 2nd and very short, Jones, the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Jones. A final shot before break. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start with an AFC matchup in the Meadowlands as the Jets play host to visiting Denver. And it is the Jets who have the lead late in the 2nd quarter. The Jets trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Colts as that one's gone to halftime. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown catch in that first half. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Right back to him on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to work. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Jones throw there taken in by Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. The give is to Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most valuable. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. On third down. It's McKinney, and he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting the lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. And some strong running. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And they give this time to the tailback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. They find some open field here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. They'll run on 1st down. McKinney. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's McKinney. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less. Now Jones. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So Wilson and the Seahawks down 21-14, 45 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. And incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And his throw here's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. Third down here. Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A 4th down. They felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now right to Bourne. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Jones now on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New England, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.